Update on UK visa changes in 2025, higher financial requirements for students and workers. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Fajira. If you're seeing this beautiful face for the very first time, I'm so happy to have you all in our beautiful family. For my returning subscribers, thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. I really do appreciate. God bless you. And if you're new to this channel, I create content on UK immigration updates, jobs with visa sponsorship in the UK, life in the UK, scholarships in the UK, like everything you can think about the UK. So if you're someone who is interested in such content, do hit on that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. So each time I upload a new video, you're definitely going to be the very first person to see that video. And also do like and share this video with your friends and loved ones. So without wasting so much of your time, let's quickly dive right into today's video. Just as you can see on my screen, UK visa changes 2025, higher financial requirement for students and workers. For a lot of people that have been asking me about the new changes in 2025, the UK government has announced a significant increase in financial requirement for international students and skilled workers from January 2025. Students will need to demonstrate higher living expenses, while skilled workers must meet a minimum income threshold. So just as you can see on my screen, are you dreaming of studying or working in the United Kingdom? If so, you will need to prepare for some changes to financial requirements for visas in 2025. The UK government has announced an increase in the amount of money that international students and skilled workers will need to show they have available to cover their living expenses. Here is a detailed breakdown of what aspiring students and skilled workers needs to know. So, this is a new year already, and in my previous video, I mentioned that a lot of people are kind of curious to know what next, to know what category of visa is best for them to migrate to the UK on. Now, new financial requirements for UK study visas. From January 2nd, 2025, international students applying for UK study visas must demonstrate higher financial reserves to cover living expenses. So you must demonstrate higher financial reserves to cover living expenses. For courses in London, you need to demonstrate you have £1,483 per month. So you can do that conversion in your currency. So courses outside London is £1,136 per month. That's because living in London is more expensive compared to living outside London, which is why I always advise my beautiful viewers that if you're planning to move to the UK, make sure you look out for a school that is outside London, because once you look out for the school that is in central London or anywhere in London, it will be more expensive. Whereas you're better off getting a school outside London, you manage, and maybe be applying for a job in London. If it is in London you really want to stay, you can be studying as well and focus your job applications to companies in London while you're studying. For a typical 1-year master's program, students must show proof of funds of £13,347. That's a total of £13,347. You can do that conversion as well in your currency, but the Home Office uses Owanda for their conversion. For London students, the student outside London must show £10,224 for 9 months of expenses. So this is what you have to show on your proof of funds. For instance, you are able to show a proof of funds of £10,000. You're studying outside London and it's not up to the £10,224. There is a possibility that your visa will be refused. I made a video on how one of my UK visas then, I think about 12 years ago, was refused. It was a minor error. Not that the money was not there. It was there, but we just did not skate through because of what the Home Office picked on. So I wouldn't want you to make that mistake. Watch out for that video. Applicants must hold funds in their account for at least 28 consecutive days before submitting their visa application. So for London, as you can see, £1,034 per month. Outside London, £1,023 per month. Those who are exempt from showing this proof of funds are those who are already residing in the UK. Nationals from specific countries are listed under visa exemptions. So in case you have migrated to the UK, let's say a year ago, as a dependent of maybe someone working for work, and you've been in the UK for a minimum of 12 months and you want to now switch to a study visa, then you are exempt from showing the proof of funds. Let's go to the skilled worker visa. So as you can see, reverse rules for skilled worker visas. Individuals applying for a skilled worker visa for the first time must meet new financial threshold. Income requirement of $38,700 annually to cover living expenses and accommodation. Bear in mind that if you are a graduate let's say maybe you've studied in the UK and you've gotten a job and you want to add your dependent to it. Let's say you got a graduate job. You don't necessarily have to earn up to 38,700, but from what they have said, people who are applying for a skilled worker visa for the first time, maybe they are coming from overseas, you have to meet this requirement. So employer sponsorship, applicant must secure a sponsorship from a UK employer approved by the Home Office. There's a register of the licensed sponsors, which I usually advise my beautiful viewers to always go through it. And I will also leave the link in the description of this video, and also the daily checker as well. The daily checker allows you to know which company has been added to that register on daily basis. So you can target those companies and start applying for a job in those companies, because if they are a new company, a lot of people may not have known about them. Do some research, contact them, even if they've not advertised for a job. Read about them, contact them, send your CV. Some people have actually got jobs through that means. So applicants must hold the required funds in their account for at least 28 days before applying for unsponsored applications. So, but I would always advise that make sure you have it for a longer time, for more than 28 days, maybe 35 days. Yeah. So let's go to the new visa fees for 2025, because if you're paying for a UK visa, most times if you're paying from overseas, it appears in dollars. Visa application fees for 2025 have been updated to account for inflation and improve services. The changes affect student, tourist, work, and family visas, along with premium processing options. Here is a breakdown. Visa category and fee in US dollars, as you can see. Short-term visit visa for 6 months is $153. Long-term visit visa for 2 years is $573. Long-term visit visa for 5 years is $1,023. And long-term visit visa for 10 years is $1,277. Skilled worker visa, $827. Student visa outside the UK, as you can see on my screen, is $647. Parents of student child visa is $845. So for premium services, priority visa costs $550, while super priority visas are $1,050. So if you convert that to pounds, priority service is usually £500, which allows the Home Office to decide on your visa in 5 days. Then super priority is £1,000, which allows Home Office to decide on your visa in 24 hours. So exemptions, applicants with disability, carers, and professionals in specific sectors such as healthcare, the armed forces, and talent-based rules will continue to benefit from fee waivers. Like we know, the care worker visa application, I think for 3 years is about 350 something pounds. Bear in mind that if you get a care job from overseas and you're planning to move to the UK, you don't really have to earn £38,700. All you have to earn is £23,200. But the thing about the care worker visa is that you cannot come with your dependent, which is why most times I advise my beautiful viewers to get to the UK, carry on to count towards your indefinite leave to remain. And if you're able to secure a job, let's say with NHS on a different code, you can now bring your dependents. Like I would always say, coming to the UK with your dependent for a start is not usually very easy, because getting accommodation, let's say you've got 2 children, you've got a wife, or you've got a husband, let's say family of 4, you need to have at least 2-bedroom flats to start with. So having to come with everybody and start looking out for 2-bedroom flats, and some landlords will say you have to show your bank statement for a certain time, or you bring somebody to sign as a guarantor, and you will still have to pay a deposit. In most cases, I advise my beautiful viewers to come first, then they can later go back and bring their dependents. As you can see, understanding the 28-day rule. Important new regulation is the 28-day rule. The rule requires applicants to ensure that the necessary funds remain in their bank account for a minimum of 28 consecutive days without going below the designated amount, which is why I usually encourage that if you can leave it for more than 28 days, you're doing yourself good, because just in case you say that is at 28 days and by the time you're printing off, the exchange rate has dropped, then you're definitely going to be the one not to be granted a UK visa. The closing balance must be older than 30 days when the visa application is submitted. This rule applies to all financial documentation such as bank statements or certified letter. So just in case you're getting a certified letter from anyone that the person is going to stand as someone who is going to sponsor you, you need to show the person's account in that order. Tips for prospective applicants: start budgeting early. Prepare financial reserve well before your application date. Make sure you do that before your application date. Monitor exchange rate, was what I earlier said. Currency fluctuation may impact your required funds. Double check documentation. Ensure bank statement meets the 28 days requirement. So make sure that it meets the 28 days requirements. So in conclusion, prospective students and workers aiming for the UK should begin their financial planning now. Early preparation can help ensure a smooth visa application process and improve your chances of success. So that's why I usually tell my beautiful viewers, the earlier you prepare, the better for you. So if your plans or you're looking at moving to the UK this 2025, the best time to start planning is now. And I will leave all the links. Like I said, I'll leave the link to the register of licensed sponsors in the description of this video. And I will also make sure I leave the link to the daily checker to see the companies that have been added. Like I would always say that on daily basis, new companies are added on the register. But because the register is very big, for you to start sorting out the new companies, the daily checker will be very helpful, which if you click on the link in the description of this video, you can find them. Plus, I see jobs as well with visa sponsorship in the UK and from overseas. I would definitely share with you with the links so you can hurry and apply. And I wish you all good luck in 2025 with your job search. And bear in mind that when applying for those jobs, don't use one CV. Let's paraphrase your CV to meet the new job requirements and submit. That gives you a better chances of getting a job with visa sponsorship in the UK, or even without visa sponsorship if you're currently in the UK. So this brings us to the end of today's video. And if you do find this video helpful, please do like, share, and also do subscribe and join our beautiful family. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell, so each time I upload a new video, you're definitely going to be the very first person to see that video. Until I see you in my next video, do take care and have a lovely day. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye for now.